Hey, Ryan Michael Galloway here with We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com, and boy, if you're like me, you're trying to do everything you can to save money when you're on the road these days. And even just bouncing around the Southwest, I'll tell you, expenses can add up in a hurry. And one of the things that you really need to do as a musician is to be extremely flexible. For somebody like me with Asperger's syndrome, that's hard to do. I do have to choke down a lot of frustration sometimes, and I imagine you do too, even if you don't have the affliction and the blessing that I do. But anyway, so it works like this. You know, we've got the internet now. We've been talking social media in terms of promotion, but you are likely connecting very closely with a lot of your fans. And certainly the second time you go back to an area, you've got more connections than the first time you went. But I would say even the first time you go, you might be able to poke around and find out that you do know somebody in North Carolina, or you do know somebody in Leeds, or you do know somebody in Manchester, or you do know somebody in Dallas or in Austin or something like that. And you're headed there and you're going to do a gig. What are you going to do? Well, I would submit that many of your fans would be very excited to host you. And maybe you could do something as a favor for them. Maybe you could do a little house concert or a command performance for them, or bring them a gift or something. You know, bring them a complete collection of all your CDs. Or, yeah, there's lots of kinds of things that you could do that would be very special to somebody who might be willing to host you. And so I recommend, you know, if they look like they're not too seedy and that they would be all right folks, to at least ask. Maybe a way you could ask is to just put the word out to everybody in that town that that you've got in your social networking. You should be able to figure that out pretty quickly. Ask everybody in that town, you know, if they know the best value of a place to stay. Tell them you're looking for not the very, very cheapest, but not the most expensive, and that you're looking for a good place to stay. And you know, very possibly one will say, gee, why don't you stay at our house? And then you've got the conversation open, and you can do that. I got to tell you, back in my 20s, we did this a lot, and it was a lot of fun. You do have to go prepared to emotionally invest yourself. You do have to go and be prepared to be polite and be on your best behavior and treat people well and be gracious and say please and thank you. And you know, you might not want to get too drunk on the on the trip and that kind of thing, for the kind of faux pas that you might make with your guests. But anyway, that's an idea for you for keeping the cost down. I am Ryan Michael Galloway, and We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com.